Welcome everybody to once again another 2-game series for the Dota League season number 5. We're of course, I'm of course from HeflaTV, named Coucher. It is going to be Red Viperz gaming up against Il Vincitore here in this 2-game series like already mentioned. So only two outcomes or possible outcomes, a 2-0 or 1-1 for either side. We'll see though. I have to say I myself have zero experience with either of those teams, so I really don't know what to expect here. But it's good to see that most of them at the very least are tagged up, especially for Red Viperz Gaming, even having TTE Sports as the sponsor by the looks of it. So hopefully they're gonna just do their sponsors proud, I guess. Looking at the bans though, X removed by RV, whereas IV did take out the Broodmother. X, of course, does counter the Broodmother, but Red Viperz themselves having first pick, maybe could have even tried to go for an X themselves, or then again, maybe they're hoping to get like a Juggernaut, maybe a Troll Warlord, something along those lines, or maybe they're just gonna start standard, start with a support like a Vengeful Spirit for example. But they are taking a longer time with the secondary ban now. Nope, nobody's disconnected. Sometimes it just happens, your drafter disconnects, you're gonna have to remake or whatnot. Hopefully it's not gonna be the case here. Hopefully it's really them just trying to figure out the best possible ban. And well, they are still taking a time. What could be ban worthy? Brewmaster, Juggernaut, Troll Warlord, even a Vengeful against some teams. It's like some teams like to play Meepo. I have no idea if either of those two teams have a Meepo player though. But only 19 seconds remaining. Are we sure they're not disconnected? No, never mind. It's fine. They do ban out a Viper in the end, so a hero that, well, they have in their team's name, but it's a ban we don't see all that often. It definitely can be a strong enough hero. At the moment, it's just not favored, although I don't think it's because he's too weak or something. I just think, well, probably it's because teams like to pick up heroes that have a little bit more flash farming capabilities. I think that's like one of the bigger reasons why Shadow Fiend, for example, is that popular at the moment. You can flash farm, you can do massive amounts of damage as well, burst in the fights with the Shadow Razes, as well as of course the Requiem of Souls. But Juggernaut will be the ban out by Il Vincitore, so Red Viperz. Are we gonna see a Brewmaster, Vengeful Spirit, whichever hero really? They could even pick up a Tidehunter first pick. Some teams like Team Ice, for example, did go for it the last time I saw them. But looks all in all that they don't have a clear just plan in mind here. Having or being already down to 17 seconds of reserve time, it's... I mean, I have to say it's not too much to go for through the rest of the draft. They are still in the first baby steps, really, so... Oh god, I'm such a noob, I didn't even update score. I didn't even update score. Okay, so Bristleback was the first pick in the end. I guess they thought long and hard about it. We'll see what their next heroes are going to be. Vengeful Spirit would definitely be an awesome hero to have as a support with the Bristleback. Or even a Dazzle, just heroes that could provide minus armor, which means the Quill Spray will do even more. But Il Vincitore? Are we going to maybe see a Vengeful Spirit from themselves? Or what the hell are they going to pick up? Lion to begin with. Definitely not too shabby trying to burst down the Bristleback. And whoa, that's a lot of burst now with the Queen of Pain following up. Especially should they go for a Skydive Mage now afterwards for the secondary support. It would be just massive burst. Ancient Seal to silence somebody up. Just get an easy kill on somebody. And well, Red Viperz did pick up a Dazzle. So Vengeful Spirit still in the pool. Might or might not get banned out. But Dazzle Bristleback by itself. First of all, this kind of a combination frees up your lanes a little bit as well. It might be Bristleback solo offlane, it might be aggressive try with the Bristleback. They might even dual offlane with just Dazzle Bristleback. So it's definitely nice to have that kind of flexibility as far as your lanes are concerned. But at the moment, Il Vincitore definitely going for a rather aggressive start for the draft. I mean, Lion and Queen of Pain couldn't go for much more, in all fairness. As well, Ancient Apparition removed by Red Viperz. Can't say it's all that surprising considering they already had Dazzle for the heals. They might even want to pick up like a Witch Doctor for the Voodoo Restoration to get even more going. Or maybe they're gonna plan to go for an IO Bristleback combination, for example, unless Il Vincitore now deem it necessary to ban out the IO instead. I think IO definitely is a hero that is quite likely to come out, to be honest. I have no idea if Red Viperz do have an IO player, or a good one at least, but just IO Dazzle Bristleback, it would be a pretty devastating combo. Bristleback, pretty hard to bring that hero down as it is. Then when you have the IO to follow up, then it's just, you're gonna also have mana for more quill sprays. But at the moment, being or seeing already the two heroes of Il Vincitore, maybe going for IO wouldn't be that great of an idea in the sense that you're just gonna get blown up. It's just as easy as that, to be honest. But funny enough, a Meepo is banned by Red Viperz. To be honest, I see quite a few Meepo bans just from different teams and against different teams. I'm not too sure if those teams actually have a Meepo player or Red Viperz thought that Meepo is gonna be devastating against them. Maybe they're trying to or planning to go for something like a Lycan. Meepo is pretty good against the Lycan in the sense that you can just Earth bind the Lycan, so even with the max movement speed you cannot really run away. So your only just chance is to stay in man fight. And Lycan definitely not too bad with the Dazzle as well. If you can just get close enough to a single unit with all of, or a single hero with all of your units, the Wolves, possibly the Necrobox, and Dazzle uses the Shadow Wave, it's gonna be a lot of burst damage as Il Vincitore now going for a Razor. So I guess stealing attack damage is always a nice thing with that static link. Razor is pretty speedy as well, and of course, I do have to say, now thinking a little bit more about it, I kind of like this pickup up against a Bristleback specifically, just because Bristleback, his main form of just going for kills is start with the goo. Use the just nasal goo on people to slow them down, get the minus armor going, but every time you use the goo on the Razor, you're gonna get purged by the unstable current. So you're just gonna not be able to chase him down. Or at least you should not be able to do so. Maybe with some other stuns or slows helping out, maybe like a poison touch from the Dazzle. It can definitely still be doable, but I think Razor is definitely not too bad of an idea here. Also, Plasma Field is pretty decent for counter pushing if it comes down to that. But Lycan is the pick for Red Viper, so I guess even if I was knowledgeable enough to figure out that Lycan might or will be a pick here, then Red Viper's definitely going for it. So at the moment, Il Vincitore, they do have one support missing still. They have the Lion, maybe now seeing the Lycan, they would like to pick up some more lockdown. Also, I still think that Witch Doctor, I guess even for Il Vincitore, might not be too bad. Red Vipers though themselves, I still deem it highly likely that they might go for that hero. Silencer. But Silencer of all heroes to pick up for Il Vincitore now, I think it's going to be a support one. Not too sure how to feel about that, because I mean, if the Silencer is in a 4 role, yes, you're gonna usually like pick up a Hand of Midas, still get your farm going. But at the moment, if it should be in a support role and at a 4 position at the time, it's just gonna mean that Lion will not get the space to farm up his own Blink Dagger unless they're really successful with just getting kills early on. And Silencer, for example, Curse of the Silent is a pretty strong ability, especially if you should be facing a tri-lane. But Bristleback can get rid of it quite easily, just Quill Spray, unless he's last worded and silenced before, but I guess Silencer won't have too much mana to keep on with such spam anyway. But Earthshaker is the 4th pick for Red Viperz now, which means that that's their support duo, Earthshaker Dazzle. Earthshaker of course definitely provides plenty of lockdown, which otherwise they are heavily so lacking at the moment. So Queen of Pain might easily be able to just escape most things with just blinking out. Razor, if he has unstable current max, should be just fast enough to make sure that the goo doesn't really wreck him. Unless there's a Lycan close by. Of course, Red Vipers still have one more core to go for. What could it even be, or how do Red Vipers plan to lane this? Medusa was banned out, otherwise Medusa I think would have been a pretty decent pick here. As Ilvincitore, are they going for an aggressive try-lane with a Razor, Lion and Silencer? I would think that they're going to leave the Batrider off lane. Just because Batrider against Bristleback, I guess it's not a bad matchup for the Batrider, but neither is it really bad for Bristleback, just because pick up that early magic stick. Every single time Batrider wants to stick in Napalm, you're going to get the charge, and more charges means more Quill Spray for yourself. So both heroes would be running with just magic sticks, and I mean the harass would definitely be there. Maybe Bristleback would have slightly better killing chances even at times. At least before level 6, or at level 6 when you know your lasso is on cooldown, maybe then also. But Red Vipers now, going back a few months now, picking up the Death Prophet, they are committing rather heavily for the push, and to be honest, if just the Bristleback gets a decentish start to the game, they might be able to just completely death ball their way to victory. Bristleback in the front lines, tanking it all up, with the Dazzle's help of course. But we'll see. I mean, Ilvincitore, they definitely have quite a lot of burst themselves. Late game is gonna be so. I'd probably slightly favor Red Vipers there. Bristleback is just gonna be damn tanky Death Prophet. Exorcism, once it hits level 3, it's gonna do so much damage. And Ilvincitore, if they don't manage to burst somebody down, they don't have the like greatest sustained damage in the fights. Queen of Pain though, if it goes really late, might even want to just start thinking about building into right click, into attack damage. But as we do start the game, or we'll get into the game after the draft, an immediate pause as always, a disconnect for RV. IV just try to figure out what heroes or which player is going to play what hero. Man, them disconnects. Well, I can just go over the lineups anyway, I suppose. So, for the side of RV, for Red Vipers Gaming, it is going to be closer on the Lycan 7 to play the Dazzle, leaving Hulk on the Bristleback, with Godlike Sexy playing the Earthshaker, and the last one for them is going to be Danger Alert playing a... Okay, it was the Death Prophet, I believe. Should be the Death Prophet. But for the side of Ivy, we're gonna have on the Radiant GG Liao playing the Razor, RNG on the Batrider, Monk on the Queen of Pain with Surprise playing the Silencer, and the last one is going to be YFK up on the Lion. So hopefully for everybody, we're gonna get it unpaused soon enough. But wow, this bat is freaking ugly. Not the Batrider himself, but this bat. Ugh. Why would you want to ride such a thing, dude? I guess he's a weird ass goblin-like creature. Is Batrider a goblin? He's like more yellow than green, at least on the profile picture. In the game I think it's a little bit darker just because it's paused at the moment. But as we're paused, I guess we can try to check out some effigies if we even have any. So Radiant side, they have one. Whew! For a second I was like, whoa, God, you don't have a single one. So somebody wants people to kneel. It should be a Sven. I'm pretty sure it's a Sven, right? It must be a Sven. Well, look at that. Does the Dire side have a better situation? Well, they have 2 effigies. Nay, make it free. So Mirana wants to fly to the moon and back. With this mount, looks a little bit weird. It's a little bit better in real life even. Secondary one. It just looks so very much. When I saw this, I immediately thought of Lord of the Rings. Then, I think Nazgul is the wrong word. I think Nazguls were the... not dragons, but the whatever creatures they rode on. The flying creatures. But they were the like ring wraiths, I think. Ring wraiths? Something like that. As already Ivy. They are a little bit curious. Oh god. Okay, so this Abaddon still looking pretty badass. And an anti-mage. Run, bitch, run. That's not nice. That's not nice, guys. But I think the horse is a little bit derpy. Or is it... This horse is like so... I'm not sure if it's like... Yeah, it's just skinny. Is it really a skeletal horse? Well, a skeletal horse for like a... Well, the rider is pretty much like Death himself. But the last player, the 5th, has disconnected. His internet has DC'd, so... We might be sitting here for God knows how long. So they need 10 minutes. Oh god, I'm really gonna have to entertain you guys for 10 minutes. Please, just kill me now. 10 minutes is gonna be a long, long time. I guess we might have to bring up some like hero lore or something and read that one. Or maybe you have some great successions, anybody? I guess I can predict which team is gonna win. I'm gonna say RV will... No? Yes. Yes, okay, I'm gonna go with RV. RV, they're gonna win the game, just push too strong. But then I still think IV have the means to deal with the push, especially should the Queen of Pain go for an early Aghanim Scepter, for example. I mean, they have the Battle Rider for defense, which is going to be massive, and yeah, we're going to have a 10-minute... Well, if it's 10 minutes from now, it's going to be like, what, a 15-minute pause or something? Oh, God. I would have preferred if we just remade the game or something, but there's of course no need to remake the game. That would possibly create even more issues than we might have already. Okay, they have 7 more minutes from now. So it's not exactly 10. And well, I guess they account the minutes or some of the minutes that have already passed into those 10. Okay, so if we get to the point, we'll see if Ivy will be mannered or, well, to be honest, I wouldn't even call it mannered because there's only so long that you're gonna stay paused for some like silly reasons. Especially not knowing if the player will even come back or not. I mean, if your internet is disconnecting, saying that it takes 10 minutes to come back, how is it going to just... God, I'm totally losing my train of thought. Okay, why does it take you so long to get your internet back? Is it A, you haven't paid the bills? B, you have to like talk to your house's owner or something, that you're renting an apartment and he is the one who has to contact the internet service providers, or there's a couple of chances, but 10 minutes is a long time. I mean, to be honest, ever since I got my own fast internet, I got a new router, and that router, whatever, it just starts up really slow. That's the only downside to it, to be honest. Otherwise, the wireless is decent. Of course, the internet is fast. All is fine with me. But when like we have a power outage, or I don't know, the router itself wants to restart, it's gonna take so long. It literally will take at least a couple of minutes before we get the internet back from the router because, well, it's just slow. So I guess he might have a slow one as well, but 10 minutes feels like an awful long time to get the internet back. I think RV was probably like, we cannot contact him and it might take us at least 10 minutes to have him back. But, well, RV giving us an update. I love them. I love them for actually saying what's going on instead of just pausing and suddenly he reconnects and is like, okay, we can go now. So it's always nice to see that, because usually teams or players are... It's like a national secret. They must not let know, first of all, the reason of the pause. That's like the most common thing. There's no disconnects or anything. You pause, Or even if there's a disconnect, you pause and it's like just everybody's sitting in quiet. Nobody likes to talk. As if talking would be evil. As if, guys, as if. So who has the best item set? Just Earthshaker always looks badass. Well, Lycan looks the same. Dazzle kind of the same. Well, most people will say Queen of Pain. All I know is Lion is butt ugly. Well, to be honest, it's not that bad. I've gotten used to it over time. It used to feel a hell of a lot worse, but someone feels like he's missing a hat or something like that. Maybe not a hat, but just a hood or something like that. And it is the OD HUD. If you Google it, you should be able to find it, I do believe. I think it was called something else, but just Google Outworld Devourer HUD and I think you're gonna find it. Let me check. I'm just gonna Google it myself. Okay, so yes, I'm gonna link it in the chat as well. You're gonna hear me talking about it in about 2 minutes later than you see it on chat, but that's what you get. Oh, never mind, I think. No? Yeah, there's download links there as well, I believe. Not entirely sure by now, but you can just check it out. As we have a reconnect, guys. We have a reconnect. Hells to the yeah. So he's even picked up the hero, so he's properly in the game. Hopefully Ivy themselves are ready now. At least they're mannered. Sorry guys, go has been given and we can finally start this game as well. I guess it isn't all that late. I mean, I'm definitely... It's sad to say that I'm used to having more delays like this. It's really sad, but in some ways, being used to it makes it a little bit easier. But even then, just having to talk solo about absolutely nothing is somewhat hard for me. But at the moment, and guys, why, if I have a switch, it won't help me at all if my router restarts itself anyway, because Switch gets its internet from the same place, pretty much, so having a Switch won't help me in the slightest. Or it wouldn't help me in the slightest in that case. It would be just as fast. But, enough about that crap. We do have, or possibly will have, a clash here at the Rune. Of course, the Radiant side, they have vision over the Dire side, being up there on the high ground. They already see danger alert up under the Death Prophet. They are definitely setting something up, and well, they do have the Hex ready for Batu. YFK up on the Lion. As, are we gonna see a clash? They do see a couple of Fierce Plasma Field come through. They get the Hex as well, but a nice Fissure. They're completely blocked to the other side. So Death Prophet will be able to run out. Crypt Form to get rid of that pesky Curse of the Silent. Also 7 uses the Shadow Wave. But just one Fissure and suddenly all the initiation is lost. And as you can see, IV, they even lost a little bit more than RV did. Queen of Pain taking some damage from it. Or never mind, I think he took some damage from the Bristleback's Quill Sprays, most likely. But Queen of Pain did get the Bounty Rune for herself. But Queen of Pain solo up against the Bristleback definitely should not die here, having the Blink, of course. And, yep, Magic Stick is picked up early on, as to be expected. Top lane, I guess Magic Stick maybe for the support area, maybe even for the Lycan himself. And indeed, Lycan, even he will pick it up. But he's gone for a Feral Impulse first. That's like the least likely build, I'd like to say. Of course, Wolves don't do that much on laning. You don't even use them all that often. But it's usually just going for Howl, because Howl helps out every single lane in last hits. But there is the harass coming out already. Bristleback, of course, he's gonna get harassed throughout the entirety of the laning phase. At least that should be the case with the Shadow Strike. But as long as he doesn't spam too many quill sprays himself when he really doesn't need to do so. Oh, missed first blood. Batrider, he got the dazzle. Okay, I have to say I was not expecting the Batrider to draw a first blood this early on up against a tri-lane. I was completely caught unawares, but Batrider getting a first blood and not even dying for that. That's just outwardly not. How the hell did he pull that off, man? Okay, I can understand how he did it. Sticking 8 pound plus Firefly, of course. Maybe a few attacks in between. But it's still a pretty amazing just feat for him to accomplish, I have to say. Looking at the other lanes though, mid lane, it is 6-1 compared to a 7-1 on the Death Prophet now. So they are rather even. As RNG will, or well, was there to help out Razor bottle a bounty rune. Did also get some bottle charges, so that's nice as well. Never mind, Bristleback has the invis. He's gonna go for a Lion Kill, I think. Maybe even go for the Courier. One smack, he needs a little bit more Quill Sprays. Do not damage Couriers, thank God for that. But he's gonna get hexed up in return. There's no Earth Pipe because Lion's still only level 1 and Hulk. He's gonna turn things around. He's gonna need one more Quill Spray, Shadow Strike to slow him down. But oh no, never mind. Neutral Creeps to the rescue. Neutral Creeps though, not strong enough to bring down the Bristleback as well. So Monk up on the Queen of Pain gets a kill, so 2-1 in their advantage. And well, that one was also a neutral kill on the Lion, so Bristleback going in a little bit too deep after all. Maybe had it gone for the Lion straight out, one more attack would have killed off the Lion earlier. But he tried to go for the Courier, so that just gave enough time for the Queen of Pain to rotate in as well to help out. As another Curse of the Silent. Oh, not even sure why Silencer even attempted to go for it in all fairness, because he had the Quill Spray anyway. You can use it straight after he uses Quill Spray. That's, if nothing else, at least gonna force out the secondary Quill Spray, and before that it gets some damage done as top lane RNG. With the Firefly down, this Creeper will do absolutely nothing to the tower. So Batrider getting some pretty decent levels on the offlane. Last hit wise, not that much, only 5 for now. But just that one first blood as well. Now he has a bottle thanks to that. Gonna make his life a little bit easier. But still has to be a little bit careful, especially when his Firefly is on cooldown. He's gonna get slowed down by a Poison Touch, but it's level 1, so it's gonna just allow Dazzle to get one extra attack in. But for now, that's about it. This Razor already runs towards the top side. He's gonna come back against the Death Prophet Static Link to make sure that Death Prophet does not contest this rune. Bottom rune will be picked up by the Silencer. It's a double damage. Theoretically, it might help them get the kill on Bristleback, but they need some form of lockdown for that, and for that they need the Lion to be there. And to rest it might even be enough lockdown. Look at the Silencer. He got a little bit worried just because had he really come in to the high ground from here, and with the creep wave being around the tier 1 here, it would have given Bristleback a hell of a lot of time to just chase down the Silencer with Quill Sprays and attacks. But now, 4.5 minutes in, we've gotten a couple of kills, but Lycan on the safe lane, still the highest farmer in the game, at least as far as last hits are concerned. Probably in net worth also. Yep, that is correct. Queen of Pain, not that far off though. But there is a trident of swords on the bottom side, of course, so Bristleback, he's getting kind of kept down. He's level 4.5 though, so it's not all bad for him. If you compare that to the Batrider, the amount of levels they have is just about the same. Batrider, a couple of extra last hits. But with the Firefly, he can just do a little bit more than the Bristleback can, for now. Also, Bristleback was up against the Queen of Pain solo for some time as mid lane. Death Prophet, is he really gonna go down? Lycan, they get the kill on Batrider in the meantime, so they finally pick that one up. Firefly was on cooldown, and with that, it's an easy kill as well. Bottom lane though, Hulk on the run, Shadow Strike, not even thrown out by Monk. So make it 2 for 2. At least missing this kill, I thought we might see a kill mid lane. It's fine, guys, it's fine. But top lane, once again, Batrider is back. Already used the Firefly once again. So he's gonna have to be extremely wary once that is on cooldowns, because Fisher, although it may not be the longest stun, if the terrain is there and the Firefly, you're gonna be screwed as Razor. Speaking of screwed, he might be Fisher to stun him initially. Crypt Swarm to follow, a few more right clicks, even the Shadow Wave helped out, and oh, never mind, they need one more Crypt Swarm. Dazzle's Poison Touch. What are the odds that the Poison Touch level 1 actually ticks over an enemy like that? But Razor, he really almost did make it out. I didn't think it, or he had it in him. But you should have somewhat expected supports to rotate around. But speaking of supports rotating, Hulk on the Bristleback. God, he's gonna be in so much trouble. He's gonna get hexed up as well for his trouble. Sonic Wave spent for Mong, and surprise, gets his secondary points of intelligence stolen. So he's up to 4 stolen intelligence now. And Bristleback, to be honest, doesn't have all that high of a mana pool, which is reduced by quite a lot now thanks to the Silencer being close by. Man, I'm just waiting for him to respawn to check out the entirety of his mana pool. I'd say, like, with the items, 270. Oh, 299. I'm so off, guys, so off. But looking at the graphs early, there is about a 600 net worth lead for IV. RV though, holding on to the 1k XP lead themselves. So by all means, game still pretty even. Nobody has a huge advantage, of course, with kills. Both teams are tied up. You could consider RV having 2 kills because one of them was that neutral deny on the Lion. Nice. Mid lane, last hit wise, Death Prophet has pulled out the head. Of course, they also got the kill on Razor, that definitely helping out, giving some extra free time to the Death Prophet. But Death Prophet, just as he gets more levels into Witchcraft as well as Crypt Form, which both are maxed out now, he really should be able to overtake the farm. But RNG now will get slowed down. Lycan would have the ultimate if he really wanted to, and he's gonna pop it. He's not even gonna need it. The Wolves do too much Firefly, or rather, let's say the Battle Rider in general. He was too... Oh, never mind, surprise. He's gonna get jumped now. A few more right click. Shadow Wave didn't do all that much damage, but Lycan, he's gonna munch through anyway. They're gonna go for one more. Poison Touch and Lion. That's a disaster. 4 heroes dead. Queen of Pain goes down to the Bristleback with the help of the Earthshaker. And that's just Lycan triple kill. Do not feed the Lycan, guys. Do not do it. How? Why, Batrider? Why did it just stay there and let himself be attacked? Maybe didn't expect the Shadow Wave to do as much damage, but that's just a huge mistake. And Batrider, although he got off to a pretty great start, now has died twice. I mean, still, it's not like he's that far off a Blink Dagger, but considering it's nearing the 8-minute mark, or 9-minute mark rather, excuse me, he's not all that close. He does have 1 double stack in the jungle, but that's just not gonna be enough to get it like before 10 minutes in his Mong. He's gonna get stunned up now. Blink on cooldown already because he wanted to go aggressive. Oh god, he's gonna pay again. Hulk just goes in, gets in up a couple of extra quill sprays. Doesn't even need a goo to get kills. Just you cannot use that blink like that aggressively unless you can guaranteed get the kill or you have some backup yourself. Just because Earthshaker, he was there for the previous kill on the Queen of Pain also, and suddenly RV 8-3 in kills. Are they going to be able to keep on going though? At the moment, Lycan so far ahead in net worth of anybody else. So he's going to go for a straight up Necrobook. Doesn't even finish up Power Threads first, I think. Does only need about 400 gold for that level 1 Necrobook. For the recipe of it. As mid lane, Death Prophet a little bit low in health and mana both. But as the 10, if it gets the 10-minute rune, it's going to be perfectly fine. But looking at the graphs again, XP, wow, almost 5,000. Well, that escalated quickly. Net worth, 3k lead also, and that's without any towers going down. That's just purely kills and last hits. Death Prophet, mid lane. If only he had more mana. And is he going to go for the bottom rune at least? At the same time, there is some stacking going on, so there's going to be a triple stack in the big camp. Medium one, unable to just stack it properly, but with this triple stack as well as this, well, never mind, double triple stacks. So he might almost get this Blink Dagger, I think. So it's not going to be that bad if he gets it like 12 minutes in. Definitely not the fastest, but I've seen worse as well. A hell of a lot worse, to be honest. But RV, they have an Exorcism, only level 1, but even so, they're just going to come into the bottom lane. They want to get this tower down, Godlike Sexy, level 6. Not too sure if he wants to just run his way in for an Echo Slam, but at least he has it just in case. As Exorcism is even poked for this tier 1. The glyph is still there. Hopefully Ivy is going to use the glyph as well. Yes, they are. Thank God for that. You never want to miss an opportunity to just get it like that. Just because he's going to refresh anyway as the tower goes down. Oh! Monk gets the tower deny. Blinks out and TP's out as well. Does TP all the way home, although he had so much mana. So that's a little bit of a waste, to be honest. As RV themselves TP into the mid lane to defend this tier 1. Which also did drop rather low here. But really well done by Monk up on the Queen of Pain, just getting the deny like that. As Lycan now has destroyed the tier 1. So although one tower got denied, they still get the secondary one. And closer, he suddenly almost has a Necro level 2 already. It's only 11.5 minutes in. If he can get the Necro level 3 pre-15 minutes, it's gonna be just really hard for Ivy to deal with that. Yes, they have some pretty decent mobility, especially now that RNG has himself a Blink Dagger in the bat. But man, is it even gonna be enough? Hulk in some trouble, going for the TP out. There's nothing to stop the TP, and he is going to be perfectly safe. Silencer though, I have to note out that he does have himself the global silence now. He's level 6, does have Gloves of Haste, so I can expect that to be a Midas. Lion, he is just full on warding, does have Tranquil Boots though, so I guess even a Lion not doing super bad or anything. Does have slightly more net worth in theory than the Silencer does for now. Bristleback though, Vanguard might be the next choice. I mean, it has the Tower Shield, has the Ring of Health. Pipe might also be worth considering. Swiss Pipe wouldn't even be bad. But it just doesn't give you extra health. Yes, it gives you health regen, magic resistance, but up against Queen of Pain's pure damage and the possibility that you're gonna get just Finger of Death or something like that. Just having more HP in some certain situations might be a tad better there. But we do have another pause. Fun times, guys. Fun times. So there's apparently lag, but mid lane. At least we know why Death Prophet was pretty angry about the pause. Firefly is there. He already lassoed up Dazzle, but Godlike Sexy was there with an immediate Fissure. Oh man, so are we gonna even get some kills? RNG pretty high on health, but they're gonna keep on trying the Dazzle. And well, there's the Crypt Form coming out. Godlike Sexy still has the Echo Slam, but never mind, nothing will come of it for either side. So this is just gonna keep on going as they are for now. The Prophet will just continue or start bottling up. Godlike Sexy, no Tranquils, no Soul Ring, same for the G7. So, or not G7, just 7. Was thinking about the team for a second from Myanmar. But Queen of Pain, what does she have? Does have that single Sage's Mask, 1.3k on top of that. So if he wants to go for the Orchid and, well, the quarter stuff necessary for the Orchid, he can get the first Oblivion staff for it. But Roshan in the meantime does go into the pockets of the Lycan. And, well, Necro level 2 was used for that as well. Not too big of a deal. Yule Scepter in the meantime will be finished on Danger Alert. I think it just needs the recipe, never mind, needs the Void Stone, so that's 370-ish gold away. Earth Spike will stop closer a tiny bit, but he's level 11 already, so has the level 2 Shapeshift. Lowers the cooldown, increases the... no, duration is the same, yes, duration is still 18 seconds, but lowers the cooldown for sure. And that is Necro level Puck finished up. Oh god. So it was a 14-minute one. Of course, didn't finish up power threads before, so that's almost a entire recipe worth of gold. Just getting the Gloves of Haste as well as the belt strength for the threads. Oh, Hex up onto Hulk. He's going to have some damage stolen. Nice Fissure down to 2 once again, but the Global Silence will screw them over a little bit. Godlike 60 on the backlines will get just brought down by Monk. Does he have a Sonic Wave still? He does. It's level 1. As Hulk trying to go for a Razor. Oh no, can they catch up? Yes, one more Quill Spray in the backlines. With a lasso, they managed to kill a Dazzle, but Danger Alert now runs into a couple too many heroes, or at least heroes with too much mobility. He may try to silence TP out, something like that, but the TP way too late, just the attacks bring him down, and now Hulk, with the mana burn, with some sticky napalms, forced to back off as well. So in the end, the fight, it was a 3-for-1. That RV, they just got separated. Oh, never mind, Lycan, he came in, he gets one, he's gonna get the secondary. That's a Necro level 2, not even a 3. So Lycan salvaging what could be done. Had he been there in the fight straight out, it might have been a hell of a lot better still, in all fairness, but it still ends good enough for them, I think. As the Fissure thrown up onto a Rise, they're going for a tier 2 and they're not showing any signs of backing out. If Queen of Pain was alive, probably RV would think twice about it, but they have the Aegis still on the Lycan. Necrobook isn't cooldown though, but he's up to another 2k gold. Do you even go for like a straight off Boots of Travels maybe? invest into the future, invest to a free item slot at all times. Or maybe BKB, AC, something like that. I'd like to say that AC is probably the better choice. You might even go for like a Desolator, to be honest, if you want. And BKB by no means is gonna be like a bad item up against IV. Actually, well, if you get Global Silence, you BKB with the Shapeshift, you should be rather safe apart from Queen of Pain's Sonic Wave. Oh, Batrider, he's gonna go for it? No, he's not. I am pretty positive that I did have vision of it. Maybe thought it's an illusion or something, or just didn't want to strike somebody who's, I don't know, alone on a lane. But this game definitely isn't the fastest one. I mean, if you look at the kills, theoretically there's been 1 kill per minute, but it just doesn't feel too action-packed. Although RV now, they're gonna go for another push, another tier 2 in jeopardy. We do have a level 2 Sonic Wave though for the Queen of Pain, so that's nice. Then again, there's also a level 2 Exorcism. And they get the Yule Scepter. Oh, never mind. Fisher is there. Sonic Wave spent. Oh, nice. Blink, Scream of Pain. Drops 3 heroes low, but all of them do survive closer. Just going for the tower. Doesn't care too much. And Godlike, he's waiting for another Fisher. So they scout him out. Oh, he tries to run out himself. Gets the Echo Slam. Does a reasonable amount of damage. In the meantime, Danger Alert, Death Prophet brought down with a lasso. Now closer though with the Shapeshift finally. He's gonna go for some kills. Just cannot really catch up too fast to somebody. Necrobox to bring down the Razor. Was it his Eye of the Storm killing the Necro Warrior, taking that 600 pure damage? Splink forced out by the Queen of Pain. Same with the Batrider. So Razor does die now. Trying to work towards his mech, or rather, well, let's say he has the mech finished now. Not the fastest one, but better late than never, as Boots of Travels is picked up on Batrider. Maybe wants to counter the Boots of Travels Lycan. Well, looking at the graphs, once again, it's a solid, a pretty massive even, at some might say, 8,000 net worth lead, as well as a 5k XP lead for RV. So if they just keep on going, they should be able to do fairly well for themselves. But Danger Alert doesn't get the Crypt Swarm to connect on the Batrider. Batrider just blinks out before. And it really feels like IV maybe are scouting for the enemy's mistakes, trying to get themselves into the game that way. Global Silence will be coming off cooldown in about 30 seconds also, but they might find something before this. Lycan has popped his ultimate. No, never mind, he hasn't popped his ultimate yet. Is he even gonna do it? He will Scepter on the Batrider. In the meantime, Lion gonna go down to the Necrobox, as with the Shapeshift, with the slow up onto GG Liao Razor. Might be in a hell of a lot of trouble if just Lycan wants to keep on going, which he does not. He comes back now, so Focus Fire not that great. Then again, Static Link did steal 147 damage away from the Lycan anyway. But Hulk, what does he have by now? Has another Ring of Health and a Cloak, so I think he is going for the Pipe just after the Vanguard. So he's gonna have resistance to physical damage. Same for magical damage soon enough also. Well, with the Cloak I guess already is somewhat true. And, well, RV, they get the last outer tower. Is it just, I guess, wait for next Roche, get Aegis, go high ground. Especially if you can get a pick off before reaching high ground, that's gonna be even better. But I think if you just get Aegis, you're gonna be fine. You can brute force your way through as Death Prophet in some trouble, possibly as Queen of Pain. They already found that Dazzle Lasso wasn't even necessary for that, neither was the Sonic Wave, just Orchid. And with this Orchid, it's not that slow, like 19 minutes, maybe a little bit before. And with this kill, they get the tower down, they still have the lasso, they're gonna jump the Death Prophet. Yule Scepter still on cooldown. Oh god, is he gonna be able to escape Sonic Wave? I'm not too sure if it hit, but with the Plasma Field, they get the kill anyway. So, suddenly, nice 2 kills for IV. Lycan can't really split push anything, because there is nothing to split push unless you really want to go next to the enemy base. 20 minutes in, there's finally also a Hand of Midas on Surprise's Silencer. Well, So you want to say he used a... No, Necro Warrior doesn't have an active ability, does it? It's a Necro Archer that can use the active with Mana Burn. I'm not entirely sure, but the Necro Warrior does the pure damage, so I think it was the Razor in the in the fight here. Or well, the Razor was running there at least. Queen of Pain up to another 2.1k gold, and RV, they still don't have the best way to deal with this Queen of Pain, to be honest. They do have the Earthshaker for stuns, the silence from the Death Prophet might not be too bad, but Death Prophet level 11, not doing all that hot in all fairness. I mean, looking at the levels, Lycan, yes, is number 1, but the next 3 at the moment are IV's heroes. But then again, Hulk now does have himself a Hood of Defiance. Bristleback, although he doesn't have that much net worth, his survivability is still pretty damn massive. He has 4 points into Bristleback, which is kind of all you need. You have the Vanguard, now the Hood of Defiance pipe will be coming out in about 400 gold next. But power treads are there for the Razor now. So between the just finished up boots as well as the drums, he's running fairly fast. But 10 to 14 now, the graphs. Still about 7.5k in RV's favor, but at least it's not 10k anymore. XP 2.5, 3000, even less so. But RV having the BKB on Lycan now, what's to stop them from just going high ground? Definitely would be better to get a Aegis before from the Roshan, since Roshan, first of all, it is so politely up, waiting for just anybody to come and claim that. But I still think RV should be able to just brute force their way through. Maybe Death Prophet isn't the tankiest, so they might want to wait the BKB for her also. Still needs a solid amount of gold, 1.4k, to get both the BKB recipe as well as the Ogre Club. No, not the Ogre Club, excuse me, Mithril Hammer. Batrider does pick up a gem now. Oh god, this is gonna be great. If you're not gonna lose it, if you're gonna lose it straight out, it's gonna be pretty bad because the investment will be for naught. But, oh god, Bong with an Invis Rune. Is he gonna get a just sad hero from the sides or something? Lycan also has boots of travel, so he can join the fight, but does he, or do we have any units for the dire side for him to TP to apart from the lane? Never mind. He's gonna come to the tier 1, he's gonna be fine with that. Monk though, still sitting there with the Invis. Ancients do not stack because of him sitting in that ancient spawn. Godlike sexy though, does have his own blink. Nothing comes of it though. Madong just forced to TP out, but by now TP is only a 6-second cooldown, I'd like to say. Yeah, only a 6-second cooldown. Now though, Roshan going on, it's Roshan number 2, so no cheese yet, but Aegis tasty nonetheless for your team. I guess it's Lycan once again, maybe a Bristleback to pick it up, but no, they're going to leave it to Lycan. He can just stand in the front lines, definitely doing a lot of damage, and if needed, just pop your... I don't even know what I was talking about. I really don't. I'm just zoning out a little bit, guys. Should try to sleep more. Should try to sleep more. Or get the co-caster, either or. It is fine, it's fine. Gonna go do some push-ups between the games. Some sit-ups, push-ups, whatever. But 24 minutes in, 14 to 10 the kill score. RV, they're pushing out top lane. Not too sure if they do plan actually going for the racks now here as well or not. And are we gonna have a fight now as well? Queen of Pain in the meantime does get the tier 1 of her own. So it's decent-ish for them as long as they defend high ground. I mean, it's definitely no point for Ivy to have all 5 heroes back when RV really aren't pushing in that heavily. But then again, RV, if they decide to push in with a certain creep wave, their push is going to be fast and fierce. They even use the weave defensive, so they're going to have a lot of armor to work with. Plasma Field already does a lot of damage since Pipe is not finished. Or never mind, it is finished, it just isn't used yet. Waiting for I don't know what. There's the Pipe now. Curse of the Silent was there, but doesn't do that much to Hulk. Definitely still has enough mana. The tower does go down. Shapeshift, they're holding on to it. They're gonna pop it now. They want to go for a kill, or do they? There's... Is this the Global Silence now? Maybe so, but surprise. He's gonna get jumped silencer. He's gonna go down as well. Closer just shoot through him, and although the Batrider used his lasso, Danger Alert still alive. Shallow Grave will keep him alive for even longer. The Spirits return. That's gonna be Rax down. And Ivy, they just cannot really fight into that. There's no shapeshift even anymore. Nice Sonic Wave, clips on free. 7 will lose his life immediately, but Lion, he's gonna lose his own blink. Echo Slam only catches the Lion, but the kill is a kill plus. They get Rax. They should back off now, especially with the Lion buying back. Blink forward, Shadow Strike will slow down Danger Alert. Didn't dodge it with the Yules. Flame Break will be next. Silence, TP out. Danger Alert is gonna make it through. Earth Spike just a second too late. Is Godlike Sexy? He's gonna... Are you kidding me? He's gonna TP out safely as well, as is everybody else. So Dazzle really the only guy to die. And that was a buyback, I think, on the Lion. Yes, the Lion even bought back for this. Was the only buyback. But Razor was the only other hero to have it, and... Razor by himself just can't do much of anything. So RV take a huge advantage all of a sudden. Kill-wise, been pretty passive, but they just went in, got 2 kills, got an easy Rax to as well. Their Rax push was pretty fast. I have to say, of course, with a Lycan having a Necro level 3, you would expect that. Dazzle, of course, keeping just the heroes alive, the units alive. Oh, Godlike Sexy. Oh, Blink. Fisher completely off. So RNG just gets a kill. Earthshaker. Did he place a ward at least? Doesn't look like it. So that... Maybe he placed it and already got dewarded by RNG. Who knows? But Lycan, I think he might be the next target. Never mind. He TP'd top lane. He's gonna be fine. Or is he? We do have a sneaky hero. Monk on the Queen of Pain sitting on the sidelines. Has that Aghanim Scepter finished now? 2k after that as well. YFK not gonna come close though. If only the Lion had the blink, it would make life so much easier. So much. Surprise though, up on the silencer now. Hand of Midas has been ticking for a little while. Force Staff is ready as well, and oh, top lane. Lycan might be in a hell of a lot of trouble. Does have the Aegis, but Monk is gonna find him first. There's the silence as well to make sure he's not gonna shapeshift. BKB, he's holding on to it. There's the Hex to follow. Earth Spike as well. They might not even need the Batrider. Never mind. They're not gonna go for the max burst damage. They don't want to use the Finger of Death. Never mind, it was on cooldown, so they couldn't use the Finger of Death. That's one easy kill. Do they have a use it or no? It's already in cooldown. So they only get the Lion, but Lion dead for 40 seconds. Exorcism was used. That by no means was of course necessary, but... Well, what's done is done, but AC finished now and closer. Do we have Earn charges? Nope, 7 wasn't close enough to the kill, I guess, or maybe already used them. So 12 to 17. The only bad thing is that they're gonna have to go to another lane and they're gonna have to tank up the just buildings themselves. But Wolves, Necro level 3. Surprise. Is he gonna be able to do anything? They do have the global silence. First, Curse of the Silent comes out. Hulk, of course, gets rid of it rather easily with just the Quill Spray. But that's gonna be easy, Rax. Just look at it. No fortification. Sonic Wave will catch free once again. They get the last zone to the Death Prophet as well. They will lose the Lycan at the same time. And the Aegis got reclaimed before he died. Are you kidding me? That was a massive kill streak. Ended 400 or 842 gold given away. They're gonna get the silence as well. Look at the gold swing. It's 2 kills. 3k gold gained for the side of Ivy. Hulk, I don't think he's going to be able to outrun them. Shadow Strike to slow him down even further than Sticky Napalm already did. But the Fisher, 4 step forward. Razor, is he going to have enough damage to... He's definitely stealing a lot of it. Another Shadow Strike. Blink, Echo Slam to Monk. He's in a lot of trouble himself. Quill Spray is not going to be enough for now because of the mech of Razor, but mech made it so it's completely out of mana. Hex, silence up onto the Lion. Nay, not the Lion. It was the Earthshaker. Lion on the other side, but Razor barely makes it out, but they do get the kills. So they're getting some valuable ones, but look at their base. I mean, they're 2 racks behind. It might only be just a matter of time before the 3rd racks fall. $7,500 net worth lead still for RV, so a pretty solid lead, but it hasn't grown for quite some time. XP completely zeroed out. Now suddenly there's an Aghanim Scepter on the Razor, so they're not going to be weak in fights by any means. Oh, Sonic Wave! Oh, he just wanted to kill the creep that carried that Lycan. Thought was nice. Didn't quite work out, but it's not that big of a deal. I mean, you have only a 40-second cooldown on the ultimate anyway. Sure, might have gotten the entire creep wave at least worth of gold if he had gone in for a Scream of Pain, but that would have been too scary as closer now. Another belt of strength after the AC being finished. How much farm does this Lycan have? 20,000 net worth. He's 6,000 ahead of anybody else. And to be honest, this graphs, now the net worth also has dipped down a tiny bit. So Ivy, they are still capable of coming back, although being 2 racks behind is going to be increasingly harder as time continues. But if it's like a 6.5k net worth lead, just so much of it is purely towers at the moment and racks, just pure buildings. Objective Dota, guys, objective Dota. What is this game's name? Spelled out, Defense of the Ancients. So Ivy, we're gonna see how well they're gonna be able to play that game. So 31 minutes in, I think we might have only a couple of minutes more play time, but Godlike Sexy, he gets jumped, global silence as well to make sure nobody comes in to help. So Earthshaker goes down, Echo Slam was cooling down anyway, so it's not that big of a deal, but are they really gonna back all the way off now? I mean, they have the time to wait here because the other 2 lanes will just be pushing in otherwise. Seven, even he is going for an Aghanim Scepter now. I do believe it gives a bigger radius, a bigger cast range. Yeah, it's the radius is bigger. Cast range should be the same. Also increases the amount of armor you gain or lose per second. But the group up for RV is real. Just going around as many heroes as they can. I guess it's like one of the better ways to try to deal with a Battle Rider who otherwise just jumps in, drags one certain somebody completely out of position. Does still have his gem though, so that's a good sign for Ivy. They can get some resemblance of map control. But this Battle Rider could do with a BKB possibly. I mean, there's not that much magic in all fairness for RV. Bristleback, purely physical. Lycan, physical. Death Prophet is like a mix with Crypt Swarm being magical as well, and then Exorcism being physical, of course. 1.5 minutes away. We're gonna have a respawn soon enough. Just a second, guys. Just a second. I might have a co-caster for the second game. Gonna have to talk things through. But RV, I think they're still just slowly but surely pushing out the bottom lane. Maybe wait for the next racks. And not the next racks. The next Aegis, of course, the next Roshan. And then just go in for an easy Rosh. Maybe they want to wait for the Basher on Lycan, although I don't think it's entirely necessary. Just go in, brute force your way through. It's bad advice, by the way, guys. Never be like, okay, I'm just tired, let's end the game, but you definitely have to approach things with a little bit more care. I mean, look at the XP at the moment. It is almost for the first time in the game. I mean, this XP lead, you cannot really take that into account. It was like Bounty Ruined or something. But net worth still 5k in their favor. They are definitely taking things slow. Roshan, though, is going to get scouted out. No, illusion, don't expire. Oh! So, a 2-3 second difference. Roshan, I mean, they would know Roshan is up and they would do it so fast as well. Hopefully without using a Necrobook or the Exorcism, but if they wanted to do it really fast, they could even pop both of those. Top lane though, Lycan is just pushing out solo. Might pay the price for it though unless he backs off now and goes into the jungle instead. If he gets too greedy and wants to farm it this way, he's screwed. Never mind. He's going to back off, but we do have a huge item pickup here. Queen of Pain. He is the one who has had most of the farm on Ivy for quite a long period of time now. As Razor working towards a BKB after the Aghanims, does have the Ogre Club prepared for it. I guess even a Heaven's Halberd wouldn't be like a horrible item or anything, but... Now though, Mong. Is he gonna be able to find something? I mean, solo kills definitely still ain't that easy. Bristleback, the hardest hero to bring down. Death Prophet does have the BKB. Hex, of course, will prevent that from coming out, but by himself, I don't think Queen of Pain, even with a level 3 ultimate, will have enough. Then again, if he gets to do it so that he Orchids first, and then hexes like a second and a half, 2 seconds later without the BKBs coming out before, which shouldn't really happen. You should get off the BKB in that time, but my point is that if you can make it so that Orchid ends just as the Hex does, or maybe a little bit before Hex does, with the Soul Burden damage of it, you might be able to get the kill. I mean, you jump in, Orchid to amplify the damage, of course, Scream of Pain, Shadow Strike, as well as a Sonic Wave. But 36 minutes in, looks like RV finally preparing for that death push now. Aegis at the ready. They do have cheese as well up on the Death Prophet, so they should just be able to do it. I don't think Ivy have what it takes, unless they get the best team fight of their lives. Silencer even getting pretty close to a Hex of his own. I think that's going to be a Hex, of course, but well, I don't think it's going to be able to finish it. But I think Batrider from the backlines will catch the Death Prophet. Can they get the kill on him? Or never mind, yes they can. Is he going to buy back for this? Maybe even as Lycan. He gets one easy kill with the Necrobook. He's going to pop his ultimate now as well. They're going to go for the Razor next, I think. Static Link did steal also a lot of damage, so closer. He's not hurting all that much, to be honest. Trying to go for Rax, and are they even going to get the push? Death Prophet did buy back. Slowly trying to just run his way in. Bristleback gonna get stunned up by a nice 2-man Earthquake with the Blink Echo Slam. They're gonna go for Razor. They're gonna get the kill as well. I think Hulk gonna get hexed up again. Razor still alive. Blink in from Mong. Hulk, he's too damn tanky. Forced left the wrong way. Mong does manage to TP out somehow. Dazzle gets the weave but dies straight after from the flame break. So Ivy, they're actually holding on. Aegis will get popped as Lycan just kited around with the Shadow Strike, but danger alert. Level 3 Exorcism. He has arrived into the fight. Another Sonic Wave. They kill Hulk. Death Prophet already so damn low. Might have to use the cheese. Okay, so it's still somewhat space creative for RV. Definitely not the cleanest of pushes at all, but it's just Razor stealing so much damage from the Lycan before Lycan backed the hell out for a second. But 1 tier 4 down to half HP, slightly less. And Lycan did still keep the Aegis to himself. If they can push again in another 3 minutes and just use the Aegis like that, we'll see how it's gonna go. But Ivy definitely not out of the game by any means. Ghost Scepter was the pick by Silencer though. How many buybacks did we have, if any? So Death Prophet bought back and the Silencer did. Death Prophet buyback definitely a bigger thing. So Ivy, if they manage to kill the Death Prophet again just like they did in the previous fight, they're gonna be golden. Ultimate Orb, not gonna just be turned into anything for now. RNG, Shiva Scar, definitely helping out a tiny bit as well on the Batrider. Mong, another 2k gold. Do we have anything in the courier? No, we do not. Looking at the graphs though, still the lead is there for RV in net worth XP. About the same as it used to be 5-10 minutes ago. So RV, they have been 2 racks ahead for a pretty long time by now. They still have that Aegis for 2 minutes. Cheese dropped and handed to Danger Alert once again. As Bristleback still hasn't been able to get his own BKB quite finished. Lycan, do you really want to push in mid lane like that? We do have an Invis Batrider scouting out things. Surprise! No, he's gonna make it out in time. They did have vision of them, RV that is, but they just don't have the best blink initiation. Rather, their only blink initiation is the Earthshaker, otherwise it's just Lycan has to run in or something like that. Compare that to a Batrider, I'd say RV are definitely better off, but Lion, still no blink and he can only dream of a blink at the moment. I don't think anybody has a massive killing spree or anything either. I mean, Lycan did die earlier on. I'm not too sure how many kills he's gotten after that, but he has a Heart of the Restman closer. He farms so fast, and it's not like he has a Hand of Midas or he's getting a massive amount of kills. But from the backlines, they want to come in. Danger Alert again. He's gonna go down before he gets the cheese off. Bato will lose his own life, but it's a support for the core for now. Mong just TPs out as he should closer. Wants to go for a surprise, but the Ghost Scepter is just kiting them around. And now he's like, okay, screw it. I'm gonna go for tier 4, guys. I'm gonna do it. I can do it. Fisher onto 2. Nicely blink. Echo Slam to follow. They get the stun locks. Force left, not able to just get one here to save the Mong. Does blink out. Buyback from the Razor as well. Shallow Grave already used. I think they should back the hell out. They're definitely not in a hurry. Maybe damage Ranger's first, even as a RNG. Slowed down, Fisher up as well on 2. Is he gonna lose his life? Shiva's card. Oh god, Hulk. He will go down to just Razor right clicks. Closer. Hexed up. Does he have his shapeshift activated? He does not. They will get the Monk kill, or no, they won't. Sonic Wave. Closer drops even lower, still disarmed. Definitely being annoying. Shallow Grave onto the wrong target, but Aegis was there as a backup method. As Earthspike will get the kill on Earthshaker. Closer, can he get the melee Rex at the very least? It's not gonna be Super Sense Mega Creep yet. Mana Burn. Closer, just pop the ultimate. Go for the range Rex as well. No, he is gonna play it safe. Back the hell out of that. But that's 2.5 racks. RV, they did lose 4 heroes for that and the Aegis. But it's just great focus fire by Ivy. Death Prophet doesn't have enough of an health pool to just survive that kind of initiation. So, 41 minutes in. I thought this game might end like 10 minutes earlier at one point. At the moment though, certainly does not look like it at all. It's looking pretty grim still for Ivy. They have a long way, mountains to climb before they get anything done. Or before they even get the just chance to really get anything done. Just because, even if they win the fight, they just can't leave their base. They are trying to push though. They get the Hex on Danger Alert. If they get the Death Prophet, definitely gonna buy some time. But Monk silenced up. But RNG comes in with a Lasso Flame Break used as well as Shiva's card. Sexy does get a Fisher off, and now Shapeshift popped. They need a silence on the Queen of Pain though. Are they gonna get it? Wow, they don't need silences, I guess. Maybe silence, never mind, it wasn't there. Just they blew him up with Quill Sprays. With the attack from the Lycan, and now with the Shapeshift. They aren't gonna catch up RNG. Or at least I don't think they are. But once again, try number 3, I think, to go for this bottom racks. Fisher, oh god, are they gonna get the battery? Firefly is there, he gets the 4-step out as well. Is somebody fast enough to get close to him as well as disable him at the same time? I don't think so. In the meantime, 7 does have his Aghanims finished. So the range is massive. I mean, look at when I'm zoomed in the most, if he is in the middle, I cannot see his range of it. That's how big it is. Just look at it. Oh, they get the Hex, Earthspike to fall on the Bristleback, but not a great target to initiate on. Closer just pops the ultimate, they got the racks. Literally there's no point for them to fight, but they want to end this game now. Global Silence is there, but nobody really cares unless you're just gonna get disarmed at the same time from that last word. Oh, they get the Lasso Death Prophet. Is he really gonna die again? No, poor guy. You'll Scepter on cooldown. At least they get the 1 kill. But Ancient, it's dropping low, and I think there's no saving this. BKB on the Bristleback as well. Closer. His BKB is on cooldown. Wants to go for Razor, but he's on the wrong side of the Fisher. But it's gonna be an Ancient going down. Hulk, he could just take it solo without taking too much damage at all. So I guess kind of an easy win for RV, to be honest. At the start it was even for the first 8 to 10 minutes. After that though, Lycan getting that triple kill top, I think that's what kind of just gimped IV a little bit too much. Even Batrider, yes, he got the blink at the time, but RV, they started grouping up before the Batrider had too much effect. In the meantime, he did get a couple of pickoffs every now and then, but it just wasn't nearly enough. Lycan was too huge, too fast. If you get a Necro level 3 before 15 minutes in with a Vladimir's offering finished, you know things are gonna be bad for you. But guys, this was only game number 1 in a 2-game series, so we're gonna be right back with game number 2, so don't go anywhere, stay tuned, and well, we'll see you in just a couple of minutes time.